Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you all for coming, just like Mr. D said. I know Amy and Jimmy are really happy to have all their loved ones here. I am Regan. For those of you who don't know, I am Amy's longtime friend from Syracuse University. And yes, and the truth is I think Amy picked me to be her Maitron of Honor for this exact moment. So I'm a little nervous. There's a lot of pressure that she's put on me over the last few months. You see, for those of you who don't know, Amy has lived quite adventurous, some could say dangerous, carefree lifestyle in the past. And Amy has always told me that on her wedding night, I was specifically supposed to tell a certain story about how she punched me in the face in a pub in London, causing a bloody lip and getting us literally kicked out. How we had no money for a cab, and eventually ended up in our flat with her blood all over the walls, me naked cooking grilled cheese, and her wiping Italian dressing off the floor with turkey and eating it. But I'm not going to go into that story. You can ask me the details later. I'm actually going to surprise Amy and maybe everyone by talking about what a great person Amy is and what a great friend. She's the kind of person that I think we're all drawn to for one reason or another. Moth to a flame, crazy flocks to crazy, you know, that kind of thing. No, she's beautiful, she's intelligent, fun, witty, blah, blah, blah. And despite Jimmy being warned about what he was getting himself into, he persisted. He has a strength and kindness, and in Amy's words, is so patient and forgiving, and I think I know that's why Amy loves him, and I think that's why we all love him. So this day is about Amy, yeah, go ahead, clap, yeah. This day is about their future ahead. So if everyone could just raise their glasses. And on behalf of everyone, Jimmy, I thank you for picking and marrying our Amy, and thank you for, somewhat as Mr. D said, taking her off of our hands. Congrats! Cheers!
Thank you, Regan. Give a round of applause for Regan, please. And now I'd like to welcome Jimmy's close friend. We're going to hear from Mr. Mike Golis. A round of applause for Mike, please.
Hey everybody, I'm Mike. I guess I will start with a small preface, a small fact I've noticed. I think in life there's two types of people. People with short legs and people with long legs. And throughout history, you know, the two groups have been very distrustful of each other. So naturally, you can understand how suspicious I was of Jimmy when I first met him. Jimmy was my neighbor, and so I couldn't avoid bumping into him in just casual conversation, but there wasn't much to talk about because his taste in whiskey was pretty poor, his choice of music was pretty crappy, and his poker skills were pretty dubious. So, then one day, though, I bumped into him, and we started trash talking about skiing, and who's the better skier. And so, as you know, in Brooklyn, two rappers can say they're the greatest of all time until it's time for a freestyle. So, I'm not going to freestyle, but so we decided to go to Stone Mountain to set the record straight and do the drive in one day. And we leave at 2 in the morning. It's we're getting pumped up. We're gonna get there for the beginning of the day. We get stuck on the 7 train. 15 minutes, half an hour goes by, 45 minutes. One guy flips out on the train, starts running around from one end to the other, yelling that he's going to call 311, getting all in our faces. Finally, we get to the car rental, and Jimmy tells me, just stay on this road. He needs to take a little nap. So I figured he can take all the help he can use. And he wakes up about an hour later and he asked me where we are. Well, where we are is we're really lost. Thankfully, we rented a Magnum, so I tried to make up for some lost time. Get busted to a 98 and 65 and a $700 ticket.
What was the city name?
Exactly. I'll bring that back. We finally get to the mountain, get ready, we're on the top of the mountain, we're about to do this run, we get down, look behind me, where's Jimmy? Nowhere Jimmy to be found, and then like 2 minutes later he comes down, and his face is all green, he's sick. He doesn't feel well, he pukes, and then we go get him fries, and a Gatorade. So with that record set straight, we start driving back, now this time Jimmy driving. He decides to drink a couple 5-hour energies. It's the guy who doesn't drink caffeine. Gets so shaky that the cops pull us over on the drive back, check him for intoxication, and when we think everything's done, we pull into Manhattan, we're a mile away from the car rental and get rear-ended. And just at that point, it's been so crazy that all we did was just laugh. And so since that day, that's what we've been doing, is just laughing. I'm sure many of you know him and his amazing wife. Just been laughing with them. And so I like how I toasted them and just finished by saying that I finally figured out what the long legs are for. Jimmy's a man with a big heart and a lot of enthusiasm, and he likes to spread it to everybody. And I think he just needs to get to where he's going really fast. So cheers to Jimmy and cheers to everybody.
Thank you, Mike. We're going to have a round of applause for Mike, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a few more toasts later this evening, but right now we're going to let the next course be served. If you'd like, you can take this opportunity to visit the palm reader or take some photos in the photo booth.